Welcome to Bills Nation Daily, your ultimate daily dose of everything Buffalo Bills. Hit that subscribe button and join the most passionate Bills fans as we break down all the latest news, highlights, and game analysis. Go Bills the Buffalo! Bills find themselves navigating some turbulent waters right now, especially when it comes to their backfield situation. James Cook, one of their key running backs, has been absent from practice for 4 consecutive sessions, and it all comes down to a contract dispute that's putting a serious question mark over his availability. When a player of Cook's caliber sits out like this, it naturally sends ripples through the team, the fans, and the entire organization. But amidst all this uncertainty, Josh Allen, the team's quarterback and undeniable leader, has stepped up to address the situation with a blend of realism and unwavering support for his teammate. Allen's perspective is clear and straightforward. He wants Cook on the field alongside the rest of the team, no doubt about it. Yet, he also understands the business side of football all too well. There's a whole world happening behind closed doors that players like him simply can't control. He expressed that every athlete deserves to be fairly compensated for their contributions, and sometimes the only way to achieve that is by standing firm, even if it means missing practices or games. This balance between personal ambition and team unity is a delicate dance in the NFL, and Allen's candid remarks highlight just how complex it can get. While Cook's holdout is grabbing headlines, Allen was quick to point out that he isn't the only one missing time on the practice field. Injuries have been a constant challenge for the Bills during training camp, and a number of players have been sidelined or limited in their participation. This isn't an excuse, but rather a fact of the sport, where durability is often tested before the season even begins. Allen mentioned Khalil Shakir, one of the team's promising receivers who has been out with an ankle injury, as an example. When key players go down or sit out, it opens doors for others to step into the spotlight and make their mark. For Buffalo, that has meant opportunities for second and third string running backs like Ray Davis and Ty Johnson. Allen emphasized how important it is for those players to get reps in practice to build chemistry and timing with him. Particularly with Ty Johnson, Allen has a lot of respect, calling him the best third down back in the league. This kind of recognition doesn't come lightly. It speaks volumes about Johnson's skill set and his value to the team's offensive schemes. Allen sees these moments as chances for these players to prove themselves, showing they can contribute. When called upon, even with these emerging talents stepping up, Allen's message was unmistakable. James Cook is vital. He didn't hesitate to say that Cook is one of the best running backs in the league, a player whose impact can't be replaced overnight. The quarterback's honesty here hits home for anyone who follows the Bills closely. There's a real yearning to have Cook back in the fold, helping the team reach its full potential. Yet, Allen also tempered this desire with patience, hoping that the dispute gets resolved soon, but understanding that the business of football is sometimes the toughest part to navigate. Allen shed light on the bigger picture, reminding everyone that football is not just a game on Sundays or a job during the week. It's a life-altering profession with stakes that go far beyond the field. For players like Cook, negotiations over contracts aren't just about money. They represent generational wealth, security for their families, and recognition of their worth. This is the reality that many fans might not fully grasp when they see a player sitting out. It's a professional, mental, and emotional process as much as a physical one. Allen noted that despite missing practice, Cook remains engaged, going through mental reps and staying sharp. That professionalism underscores why Cook is respected not just as a player, but as a competitor who knows how to handle these challenges. All these dynamics around the Bills' backfield reflect a microcosm of the NFL's broader landscape, where talent management, business negotiations, injuries, and depth charts collide. For fans and analysts alike, it's a reminder that teams constantly adapt, retool, and shuffle their personnel to stay competitive. The Bills' ability to pivot and give opportunities to players like Ray Davis and Ty Johnson is critical for maintaining momentum during training camp and beyond. At the same time, Allen's leadership shines through as he juggles the competing emotions of wanting his teammate back on the field and managing the evolving roster in real time. His remarks reveal a quarterback who isn't just thinking about stats or wins, but someone deeply invested in his teammates' well-being and the team's overall success. It's this blend of empathy, realism, and determination that makes Allen such a compelling figure within the Bills organization. As the preseason unfolds, all eyes will remain on how this contract saga develops and how Buffalo manages the ripple effects on the field. The team's depth at running back will be tested. The chemistry between Allen and his new partners in the backfield will be crucial, and the broader implications for the Bills' season will slowly come into focus. But through it all, Allen's voice remains a steadying force, acknowledging the challenges while keeping faith that eventually the best pieces will come together for the team's benefit. The Buffalo Bills roster moves have been just as dynamic as the ongoing contract situation with James Cook, reflecting the constant adjustments teams must make in the high-stakes world of professional football. One of the more notable developments recently was the signing of kicker JAYDEN Davis, a move that signaled the team's proactive approach to managing injuries and maintaining depth, especially with Tyler Bass sidelined due to a pelvic injury. Kicking may not always grab the headlines like a quarterback's touchdown pass or a running back's breakaway run, but it's a crucial component of any successful football team. The Bills know this well, and the decision to bring Davis on board demonstrates their commitment to ensuring that even the special teams unit remains solid and reliable. Davis, who entered the league as an undrafted free agent, brings a compelling story and a lot of promise. After spending time with the New York Jets, where he was eventually waived, Davis earned the chance to showcase his skills during a workout with Buffalo, and ultimately won the competition against another hopeful, John Hoyland. What makes Davis's journey particularly interesting is his collegiate background. Having spent 3 seasons at Texas A&M before transferring to Ole Miss, he compiled impressive stats, including a near-perfect conversion rate on extra points and a strong field goal percentage. These numbers illustrate not only his technical ability, but also his consistency, a vital trait for any kicker tasked with the pressure of sealing games or keeping the team in striking distance. For a team like the Bills, who are constantly striving to compete at the highest level, adding a dependable kicker, even if temporarily, is a move that could make a real difference down the stretch. On the flip side of this roster, shuffle wide. Receiver Kelly Akarai was released, marking the second time the Bills have let him go. Akarai's journey with Buffalo has been a roller coaster, going from being cut right before training camp to re-signing just days later and now facing another exit. This kind of fluctuation is common in the NFL, especially for undrafted rookies fighting for roster spots, and it underscores the harsh realities of the league. For every player who breaks through and secures a place, dozens more face uncertainty, moving between practice squads, active rosters, and free agency. Akarai's release to make room for Davis highlights the tough choices teams must make to balance their roster needs, particularly when injuries force them to prioritize certain positions over others. The Bills had even considered using Ray Davis, one of their running backs, to handle kicking duties during the blue and red scrimmage, which speaks volumes about the creative problem solving sometimes required in camp. But ultimately, signing a dedicated kicker like JAYDEN Davis was the prudent move, ensuring the specialist responsibilities are in capable hands. This constant roster churn is emblematic of the broader challenges teams face in the preseason, where the goal is to finalize a roster that can withstand the rigors of an NFL season. Coaches have to evaluate talent, manage injuries, and anticipate potential scenarios that might arise once the regular season kicks off. For the Bills, these moves reflect a readiness to adapt, a willingness to give new players chances to prove themselves, and an awareness that every position matters, from the starting quarterback to the kicker warming up on the sidelines. Before we dive back in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest Buffalo Bills updates straight to your screen. And hey, don't hold back. Let us know your thoughts on today's news down in the comments. Whispers are swirling around the NFL as reports emerge, suggesting that Jayden Daniels, the electric quarterback and recent Heisman Trophy winner, is poised to become the new face of the Buffalo Bills. while no official statement has been released. By the organization, several insiders have hinted that Daniels has been seen in closed-door meetings with key members of the Bills coaching staff and front office. The potential shakeup at the quarterback position has sent shockwaves through the league, especially considering Josh Allen's status as a franchise cornerstone. Some sources claim that the move is part of a larger strategic shift within our organization, aiming to inject youth, versatility, and a fresh offensive scheme that better suits Daniels' dual-threat capabilities. Fans have taken to social media with mixed reactions, some embracing the possibility of a new era, others concerned about what this might mean for Allen's future. Whether Daniels is being eyed as a successor, a backup, or even a future trade asset remains unclear. What is certain, however, is that this development has stirred speculation in every corner of the NFL. The Bills have yet to confirm or deny any of the reports, only fueling further curiosity and setting the stage for what could be a monumental offseason twist. The buzz surrounding JAYDEN Daniels' potential arrival in Buffalo continues to intensify as more league insiders drop cryptic clues about a possible quarterback transition. With training camp around the corner, rumors suggest that Daniels has already been given access to portions of the Bills' playbook, an unusual move for someone not yet officially on the roster. If true, it could signal a major internal shift and a desire to gradually hand over the reins to the dynamic young playmaker. Daniels, known for his poise under pressure and explosive scrambling ability, would offer the Bills a vastly different style compared to the traditional pocket passing of Allen. Analysts speculate that Buffalo might be preparing for a dual quarterback system or a trade scenario in which Allen is dealt for significant draft capital and cap space relief. While this seems far-fetched to some, others believe the writing has been on the wall ever since the Bills faltered in recent playoff runs. Bringing in Daniels could be the spark that reignites a Super Bowl push, particularly if the coaching staff believes the team needs a fresh identity. Yet, with so much uncertainty, fans and experts alike are left parsing vague reports and ambiguous social media posts for clues about what's really unfolding behind the scenes. Adding fuel to the speculative fire is JAYDEN Daniels' recent appearance in Buffalo, where he was spotted at a high-end downtown restaurant with Bills offensive coordinator Joe Brady. While such meetings are not uncommon in the offseason, the timing and nature of the gathering have prompted widespread discussion among reporters and fans alike. Could it be a mere social visit, or does it indicate something far more significant? Those close to the situation say Daniels has been drawn to Buffalo's passionate fan base and sees an opportunity to make an immediate impact if given the chance to lead the team. Furthermore, whispers from team personnel suggest that Daniels has already begun informal workouts with a few Bills receivers, further indicating an intent to integrate quickly and learn the nuances of the team's system. Still, skeptics remain cautious, pointing to Josh Allen's immense contract and leadership presence as substantial barriers to such a drastic change. However, the NFL is no stranger to surprises, and quarterback transitions, especially involving high-profile talents, have occurred with little warning in the past. As the rumors continue to spread, it's clear that the Bills' quarterback situation is anything but settled, and all eyes are now focused on what the next move might be. Even more intriguing is the idea that the Bills might be leveraging the fray JAYDEN Daniels' chatter as a strategic smokescreen to distract other teams or influence ongoing trade negotiations. Some league executives privately speculate that Buffalo could be orchestrating a narrative designed to inflate Daniels' value or even gauge public reaction before making any concrete decisions. It's possible that Daniels is being used as leverage in potential deals involving other players or picks, or that he represents a contingency plan should current roster evaluations not meet internal expectations. Either way, Daniels' name has suddenly become one of the most frequently discussed topics in league circles. His rise from college star to potential NFL starter has captivated fans, and his skill set aligns with the league's growing preference for mobile, high IQ quarterbacks who can extend plays with their legs. Regardless of the truth behind the rumors, the very possibility of Daniels donning a Bills uniform has already altered the off-season narrative. It's a development that highlights the unpredictable nature of the NFL and the constant maneuvering behind closed doors. With the regular season approaching, time is running out for the Bills to show their hand, and the entire league is watching with bated breath for what comes next. Of course, the long-term implications of such a move, should it materialize, are as profound. Introducing JAYDEN Daniels into the mix could represent not just a new chapter for Buffalo, but a complete philosophical overhaul. Daniels' collegiate resume speaks volumes, marked by highlight reel plays and a leadership style that galvanized his teammates. If the Bills are indeed transitioning toward a younger, faster, more unpredictable offensive identity, Daniels fits the bill perfectly. Still, the question remains, where does this leave Josh Allen? Trade talks involving Allen are not just hypothetical anymore. They've been floated by various analysts who cite both financial and competitive reasons for such a bold decision. At the same time, others argue that a two-quarterback system could be in the works. Rare, but not impossible. Could the Bills experiment with situational packages that utilize both quarterback strengths? It sounds risky, but in today's NFL, innovation often defines success. Whether Daniels is truly on track to lead the Bills or whether this is all an elaborate smokescreen remains to be seen. What's undeniable is the ripple effect these rumors have created, not just in Buffalo, but across the entire league. In a sport fueled by speculation and strategy, JAYDEN Daniels may already be reshaping the future without taking a single snap. That's a wrap for now. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay on top of all things Buffalo Bills, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments. See you in the next update.